Heidi ho.
Yeah, it's about right.
Heidi ho.
Yes, at the moment I'm in Germany. Hi. It's 3 p.m. It's early afternoon. Yes, at the moment I'm in Germany. Hi. It's 3 p.m. It's early afternoon. Hmm. Yes, correct. Yes, it was surprisingly good. Didn't expect that. Yes, correct. Yes, it was surprisingly good. Didn't expect that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Mm. And did you find out in the crew management later? Yeah, and they couldn't get out, right? Yes. Yeah, that
Yep.
happened to me too.
So is this a game about managing a single ship or actually running a corporation that owns a bunch of ships? Is it more of a business sim or a thing about? Because I know nothing about it. I'm coming into this kind of blind. So is this a game
Well, do you
about
want to ask me
managing a single
to answer
ship?
me
Yeah.
this question?
Yeah, David.
Yeah, I think I try to do both. I hope this works. Because on the one hand, you create single ships and refine them with every aspect you can think of. But you also then, when you build them and send them out into space, you don't have that direct control anymore, like in the simulation part. And then that's the part where you decide which ships go where and which one you want to sell or buy and which one you want to capture and all that, and where you want to build extra like outposts to have access to new markets and such things. So I hopefully this works and it will be both. and where you want to build extra um, like outposts to have access to new markets and such things. So I hopefully this works and it will be both. Yeah, this could be a complete. I'm sorry. Yeah, this could be a complete game in itself, right? Just building this according to the objectives, and that's it. But I wanted to do this like you build it and then you don't build it just for some random objectives from the game, but that you have the ability to, like companies, set the goals yourself and then see if your strategy works in the grand scale. I wanted to do this like you build it and then you don't build it just for some random objectives from the game, but that you have the ability to, like companies, set the goals yourself and then see if your strategy works in the grand scale. Yes, it does, because it also needs maintenance, yeah, or it will blow up sometime. Yes, it does, because it also needs maintenance, yeah, or it will blow up sometime. Yeah, that's correct. Hmm. Like the mission. Well, basically, there at the moment there are the there are like mining contracts you can do, of course, the obvious stuff. Then there are these security missions where you protect certain, either just certain ships or even like roads, like corridors where they travel a lot. Protect those specific roads, like the international trade corridor that's on the east coast of Africa, to protect these from regular pirate attacks. And these are all contract jobs. You do this for someone else. And of course, there are just like these cargo missions, which I call, what do I call them? Like trade contracts, right? Just send them out there to some distant area where they need some special goods. But it's not, there are a lot of games who do this very well, where they are actual trade simulations, and then I didn't want to do this also. So this part is very abstract. There's nothing like specific resources you can specifically buy this and sell this. There are better games for this. It's just very abstract. Just like do trade missions, and then they decide for themselves what the best mission or what the best routes are. Very abstract. There's nothing like specific resources you can specifically buy this and sell this. There are better games for this. It's just very abstract, just like right, trade missions. Right, and you, of course, you make a lot of money by deciding where you send them, huh? Because some outposts may be far off, and maybe your ships may run the risk of getting captured, but there are a lot of profits there. And if you build a ship that is prepared for that, then that's not an issue. Some outposts may be far off, and maybe your ships may run the risk. Yeah, then you have to do the like the grocery grocery missions. And if you build a ship that is prepared for that, then that's not an issue. Well, I have to say I'm very proud that Jan, the guy I've hired to do these the online part. he already developed the system, and I think I can prepare a video quite soon to show this, where these missions are not scripted at all, but they are part of a complete simulation that entire it's for the entire universe. It's mind blowing. So the actual planets have there's an actual market at work where each planet decides what resources they need and therefore create all the time create new contract jobs.
So, are there other
And this changes,
companies that
of
you're in
course.
competition with as well? Apart from the
Yes, of
Starship
course. Yes.
thing, is there actually like a business simulation going on, and there's other businesses, and you're
Yes,
actually
there is.
competing for contracts?
Yes, you have a lot of competitors, of course, but also other companies. You can even subcontract some stuff, or you self can pick up subcontracts from other companies. Like for example, a mining company. A mining company might need either a mining ship, or might put out a contract to do mining from a subcontractor who does the mining for this company and stuff like that. Like for example, a mining company. A mining company might need either a mining ship or might put out a contract to do mining from a subcontractor who does the mining for this company. Yeah, there will be a single player campaign and a separate online game. Well, the difference is that the single player campaign follows a very determined, like a scripted story, which I hope will be interesting. And then the online game is focused on interacting with other players, of course, and then for this reason, encountering every time completely new ships and designs, and also you have to compete with other players who do excellent ships, which will be challenging. And I think the time is set a little bit after the single player campaign, so there will be some kind of like an end to the campaign, and after this, the time starts for the online game. And I think the time is set a little bit after the single player campaign, so there will be some kind of like an end to the campaign, and after this, the time starts for the online game. Yes, yes, you could say that. Yes, it's not that you have to know what happened. You basically, I can think you can do you can run a company even if you don't know what happened before. But it's more interesting, of course, and it's more insider information available then. It's not that you have to know what happens. You basically, I can think you can do you can run a company even if you don't know what happened before. But yeah, it's more interesting, of course, and it's more insider information. Yeah, I think so. I think you can grow into the whole universe by just doing some small contracts and then moving on. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think you can grow into the whole just universe by just simple as that. Doing small contracts and then moving on. Yeah. Yeah. I hope this works because
Malfunction on level B2 computer core.
it sounds pretty simple. Just run this ship for 10 minutes, but it's actually not. Yeah, you have a lot of options with that because you can either decide, it's also, of course, important how you build the ship, which room is next to which, where you can save some time, but you can then either decide to just put a lot of crew in there so there's no problem, which is more expensive and more, it's not that easy to get a good rating with thousands of crew members. But you can save crew members by just sending them on patrol routes or building groups and then sending them from each room from room to room so that they don't have to stay in the room to maintain this room. Just check in. It's like just like control P and right mouse button, either with the group or with single guy.
Malfunction on level B1. Water treatment 1.
It's like just like control P and right mouse button, either with the group or with single guy.
Malfunction on level B1. Engine room.
It's an important experience to see that for the first time. There's also the option if there are rooms that are not immediately needed for running the ship, you can just turn them off and then there's no need to maintain them. For example, yeah, for example, if you have several, for example, fuel tanks or air tanks, you can just turn them off because you just basically need one to run at once. You don't need to run all at the same time.
Malfunction on level B1. Engine room.
Also, if you have any weapon systems or shields or anything, you can just turn them off because you don't need them for running in this mission. It's not necessary. It's only necessary only the core modules, which are the bridge, I think the engine room, the computer core, and life support. These are the things that have to be running. The rest is just maybe not needed even. No, that's not. Yeah, that's only the engineers.
Malfunction
Yes.
on level B2. Life support 1. Malfunction on level B2. Life support 1. Life support critical. Power failure. Core module shutting down. All systems online.
Yeah, that's what I really like about these complicated systems that you can build. That it can be really a chain reaction. It either works perfectly or it just can just fall apart in seconds. That's what I really like about these complicated systems. Yeah, and you have to, huh? And you have to take also into account this is just standard operation. Nothing is threatening the ship at all. Imagine just when you get shot at and just some system just is damaged from the outside. It's even more difficult. And you have to take also into account this is just standard operation. Nothing is threatening ship at all. Imagine just when you get shot at and just some system just is damaged from the outside. It's even more difficult. You can set a specific waypoint that they do that. When you set the waypoint with control click, you can hold the right mouse button and then you have different options. And one of them is, I think it's called maintenance. I don't know, I forgot. Then they will check the room, and if there is a malfunction, then they stay there until it's fixed, and then they move on. When you set the waypoint with control click, you can hold the right mouse button, and then you have different options. One of them is, I think it's called maintenance. I don't know, I forgot. Then they will check the room, and if there is a malfunction, then unfortunately I can't see the stream at the moment. But do you know you can pause the game? Yeah, you can pause. You can slow it down even on the upper right. You can slow it down or speed it up. And if you want to pause it, it's just the P key for pause. So you don't have to stress out. Can plan and ahead. Yeah, you can pause. You can slow it down even on the upper right. You can slow it down or speed it up. And if you want to pause it, it's just the P key for pause. So you don't have to stress out. Yeah, most of them are actual contributors to the crowdfunding campaign. Yes. Yes. Yeah, most of them are actual contributors to the crowdfunding campaign. Yes. Mm. Yes. Yes. Only if you load a new ship, but it's basically training missions for this specific ship. Yes. Yes. Only if you load a new ship, but it's basically no, no, that's not the case. Yes. Yes, it's complicated enough. And no, no, that's not the case. Yes. And the moment it's also a very quite a small ship and only 2 decks, right?
Malfunction. Malfunction on level B1. Engine room.
At the moment, it's also a very quite a small ship and only 2 decks, right? I think the waypoint you want for it is called repair. I looked it up now. So maintenance is just checking in, and then if there's actual malfunction, then you need to repair, and then or you click on the malfunction itself, of course. I think the waypoint you want for it is called repair. I looked it up now. So maintenance is just checking in, and then if there's actual malfunction, then you need to repair, and then or you click on the malfunction itself, of course. Right. You have for each room or each important room, there is a kind of like you see that in the menu on the lower part, like a maintenance interval. And if you regularly check this room before this interval is over, then there's no chance of any malfunction ever happening. So when you can find a pattern that the crew can move along, when they check each room before the interval runs out, then you will have no problem. And this is different for every room. Some rooms have very high, or some rooms, like the engine room, for example, they require or the bridge, they require the crew to stay there. So if they ever leave the room, the chance of a malfunction happening immediately rises.
Malfunction on level B1. Water treatment. 1. Malfunction on level B2. Generator 2.
And you have only 4 technicians, or what? Ah, okay, that's maybe difficult, yes. Because I think the engine room itself needs 4 guys permanently, right? I think so. So as soon as you leave there, you're under risk of a malfunction.
It should have one of the characters' faces pop up and just be like, "Do you smell something burning?"
Hey, that's a good idea. Right.
It should have one of the characters' faces pop up and just be like, "Do you smell something burning?"
That's a good idea.
Yeah, what would be nice is if you hit the space bar and it takes you to the location it centers on the last message's location.
It should work if you click on the message, then it actually should take you to this deck. I know it doesn't take.
Yeah, what would be nice is if you hit the space bar and it takes you to the location it centers on the last message's location.
It should work if you click on the message, then it actually should take you to this deck. I know it doesn't take. This. How much time? How much time do you have left? Ah,
Malfunction on level B1. Engine room.
how much time? How much time do you have left?
Malfunction on level 2. Life support 1.
There's also a big difference between like the mechanical malfunctions and the electrical malfunctions. Because the if you got an electrical malfunction, and at the moment I think they are very they are very common, a little bit too much I think. Then it could be happening that an entire part of the power grid is suddenly powered down, right? So that's very because if you got an electrical malfunction, and at the moment I think they are very they are very common, a little bit too much I think. Then it could be happening that yes, either click that directly or in the room make him the perform the action repair. Then he looks for it himself. But if you want to just fix this one, you just right click this one. Oh my god. Can you still hear me? Next here is like a renovation going on. I'm getting my headphones.
Yeah, I thought there was like an airplane about to crash into the building or something. Let me play you the song of my people.
Shutting down computer. Shutting down.
So, Starship Corporation now under construction.
Power failure.
Yeah, it sounds.
Shutting down.
So if
Power failure.
if there is any problem for you to hear me at all, then I have to move outside the apartment here.
Power failure. Core module shutting down. Power
No, we hear you
failure.
fine. It's
Core
just every now and
module
then we pick
shutting
up
down.
the what sounds like
Power
a saw
failure.
over there or
Core
something.
module shutting
Yeah.
down. Power failure. Core module shutting 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 down. Power failure.
Ooh,
Core module
could be an
shutting
electrical
down.
malfunction or some
Core
power.
module shutting down. Power failure. Core 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 module shutting down.
Yeah, of course. This is of course an alpha, and
Core
the
module shutting
balancing is
down.
something that still needs to be addressed.
Module shutting down.
I think at the moment it's really difficult. I admit
Power
that.
failure. Core module shutting down. Power failure. Core module Power failure. Core module shutting down. 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 Power failure.
Yes, either by selecting multiple of them or making even make a group so they are permanently.
Power failure. Core module shutting down.
But it really sounds like you have to work on prevention, I think.
Power failure. Core module shutting down. 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 module shutting down. Power failure. Core module shutting down. Power failure. Core module shut. Power failure. Core module shutting down. Power failure.
Did you make?
Power failure.
Too bad I can't see it. Did you make like waypoints from each from?
Power failure. Core module shutting down. Power failure. Core module shut.
With only 4 guys, it could be possible. Then you get into trouble with coming back in time for the engine room. Yeah, if you have some space. Do you have medic as well? Okay. Did you send medic to maintain the life support? Okay. Because some rooms, for example, the computer core, the computer core, for example, needs maintenance from a pilot, and life support and water treatment need maintenance from a medic. So it doesn't work if it's just in the technician there. You can see that for each room, just in the top and in the bottom menu, you can see the little flag and how many and which kind of crew are needed there for maintenance. You can see that for each room, just in the top and in the bottom menu, you can see the little flag. Ah, you don't need lifeboats. Come on. You don't need lifeboats. Oh, that's a large one. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, if you want to have more speed or more maneuverability. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to have more speed or more maneuverability. It's a Solar Express.
Man, if at 4 engineers per engine room, you're going to have a ship of engineers.
It might be possible to send them around between the engine rooms, but it's challenging.
Man, if 4 engineers per engine room.
Wait, but the one you failed before was the like the tutorial ship? Ah, okay. Yeah, it's very small fuselage, right? It's not much. And what you could do is just remove, for example, the landing gear and say, let's just check the. Oh, maybe that doesn't work for you, huh? Why you are not able to cheat? I don't know if you're able to export then. Maybe that's something I can do because I can cheat, but I don't know if we can do this in this version. Sorry. Maybe it lets you export anyway. I don't know if you're able to export then. Maybe that's something I can do because I can cheat. I don't know if we can do this in this version. Sorry. Maybe it lets you export anyway. The landing gear was? Yeah. Yeah. I also liked it very much in Prison Architect. I really like to build the pipes and the power lines. Yeah. I also like it very much in Prison Architect. I really like to build the pipes and the power lines. And can you export anyway, or doesn't it? Oh. Oh. Can you export anyway, or doesn't it? Oh. Core modules, the first one. Core modules, first one. But actually, when it's a tutorial ship, it should be possible to do this with only 4 crew members. So maybe we can do this together. I'll load the game as well now and look at how I did it. Actually, when it's a tutorial ship, it should be possible to do this with only 4 crew members. So maybe we can do this together. I'll load the game as well now and look at how I did it. Yes, they can't yet, but they definitely will. We'll be able to. Yes. Yes, I really like that with the Silent Hunter games. I really want to do this in a similar way. Yes, I really like that with the Silent Hunter games. I really want to do this in a similar way.
All systems online.
Yeah. And you have to set. I would advise to set a waypoint between for one pilot between the bridge and the computer core. Yeah, so he always walks back and forth. And then the medic always walking between the life support and the water treatment to always check there, check there. So there can't be any problems. And the tech crew, think, I think you don't have any really large generators in this ship, so would be enough to put three of the technicians together in a group. You can group by control and just a number key, and then send the group of the three guys to all the rooms that need maintenance, and then back to the engine room. So it would be enough to put three of the technicians together in a group. You can group by control and just a number key, and then send the group of the three guys to all the rooms that need maintenance, and then back to the engine room. Mm-hmm. And there isn't an in-game tutorial for the crew management yet, but there is a video tutorial. But there has to be definitely it has to be in-game tutorial because you can't that figure out for yourself. And there isn't an in-game tutorial for the crew management yet, but there is a video tutorial. But there has to be definitely it has to be in-game tutorial because you can't that figure out for yourself. I think you don't even need the repair action because if you set maintenance for every room that needs it, then the time should be enough for there never to be any malfunction at all. I think you don't even need just select the guys, then control and the number key. Maintenance for every room that needs it, then the time should be enough for there never to be any malfunction at all. Just select the guys and control and the number key. And then when you set the last waypoint or the first in the engine room, then it might be good to set a waypoint. It's on the left side. That's called wait, and set like a really high number, like for example, something over 200. Because when you, after all this patrolling around in the ship, you come back to the engine room, the efficiency will be really, really low, and they have to stay there for some time to get it back up again. And set like a really high number, like for example, something over 200. Because when you, after all this patrolling around in the ship, you come back to the engine room, the efficiency will be really, really low, and they have to stay there for some time to get it back up again. It's just, it's relative to your mouse position, the Y position. Just move up and down. Shift and the number key. Move up and down. Shift and the number key. Oh, not bad. And you can just select the rooms and then see if the efficiency is going down to prevent anything happening. And if the efficiency starts going down, you can see this little flag popping up and down. You probably have seen that before. And then you have to immediately do something. But for example, you can now that they don't need the tech quarters now, they don't need to sleep or anything, so you just can power these down, so they don't need maintenance of the crew quarters. And also for the landing gear, because the ship doesn't need to land right now, just switch it off. Should be right click on the waypoint and then you can delete it, I think. I've done this. Should be right click on the. Ooh, okay. Ah, I see. You can change waypoint type afterwards if you just right click on the waypoint. Right click and hold. And also move them, of course, with the left mouse button. And also move them, of course.
Hey, Brian, I just wanted to point out that it's 7. I don't know what time you got to split for work. Yeah.
Malfunction on level. B2. Generator
I just wanted
2.
to point out that it's 7. I don't know what time you got to split for work. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just 10 minutes and 10 minutes maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just 10 minutes and 10 minutes maintenance. It's planned for end of this year. So I hope this works out. It's planned for end of this year. So I hope this works out.